This day blends evaluation, guardrails, and multi-agent orchestration. Very professional level. Nash Day 14. Agent evaluation, metrics, guardrails, and multi-agent orchestration. Big idea. One sentence. Production agents must be measurable, constrained, and coordinated, not just clever. 1.1. Agent evaluation. How AWS expects you to measure intelligence. AWS does not want the answer sounds good. They want signals. Common agent evaluation metrics, exam relevant, task success rate, did the agent complete the intended task, tool accuracy, correct tool, correct arguments, step efficiency, too many steps, infinite loops, latency, time to completion, cost, tool calls, tokens, error rate, validation failures, tool errors, fallback rate, how often guardrails intervene, exam signal measure, evaluate, monitor agent performance, metrics plus logs, not human judgment. Number 2, where metrics live, AWS style. Metrics are emitted to Amazon CloudWatch TRA. Examples, agent task success, agent tool failure, agent loop detected, guardrail triggered. Logs and traces. CHOT AWS X-ray for execution paths, CloudWatch logs for reasoning plus tool calls. If an answer says, inspect prompts manually. 3, guardrails. What they really are, not just safety filters. Guardrails are hard constraints on agent behavior. They are used to block unsafe content, restrict tools, limit actions, prevent escalation, enforce compliance. Share common guardrail types, exam-friendly. Content guardrails, medical, legal, financial boundaries. Action guardrails. This agent cannot modify records. Tool guardrails, allow list, deny list tools. Rate guardrails, max steps, max retries. Output guardrails, schema enforcement. Validation guardrails. Guardrails intervene before damage happens, not after. Guardrails versus evaluation. Don't mix these up. Evaluation equals measure behavior. Guardrails prevent behavior. AWS exams love this distinction. For 5, AWS Static+1, Evaluation and Guardrails Edition. Static, metrics definitions, guardrail rules, orchestration topology, agent roles. +1, current execution request, rules stay fixed, executions vary. Number 6, multi-agent orchestration, why one agent is not enough. Complex systems split work, planner agent, research agent, validation agent, action agent. Each has limited scope, limited tools, specific responsibility. This is intentional. Exam signals separation of concerns, blast radius reduction, multi-agent. Number 7, orchestrator worker pattern, core concept. Orchestrator agent receives the request, breaks it into tasks, assigns work, aggregates results. Worker agents perform one job, use specific tools, return results only. Think open quote, orchestrator equals project manager, workers specialists, close quote. 8, when to use step functions, very important. Use AWS step functions. When? Execution order matters. Steps are deterministic. You need retries, branching, and visibility. You need exactly once semantics. You want auditable workflows. Typical examples, multi-step approvals, financial workflows, compliance-heavy systems, agent pipelines with strict control. Exam phrase, deterministic, stateful, auditable, step functions. 9, when to use EventBridge. SQS, use Amazon EventBridge or Amazon SQS when loose coupling, event-driven fan-out, asynchronous processing, at least once delivery is fine, high throughput. Typical examples, notifications, background tasks, independent agent workers, non-blocking processing, exam phrase synchronous, event-driven, EventBridge SQS. In under 10, step functions versus EventBridge SQS, exam decision table, requirement, choose, plus, strict order, step functions parallel fan-out, EventBridge, guaranteed flow, step functions, loose coupling EventBridge, back pressure control, SQS, governance and audit. If an answer uses step functions for pure fan-out, that's suspicious. Number 11, realistic multi-agent flow, exam safe. You can see the code in our conversation history, metrics and traces emitted at every step. Guardrails apply per agent, per tool, per output. Number 12, classic exam traps, very common. One agent with all tools. Evaluation equals prompt review. Guardrails only for safety, not actions. EventBridge for strict ordering. No metrics needed if answers look correct. AWS wants observable constrained systems. Stack one memory story, lock it in. The construction site. Orchestrator, site manager. Workers, electricians, plumbers, step functions, construction plan. EventBridge SQS, radios and task tickets, guardrails, safety rules, metrics, inspection reports. You don't trust a site just because it looks fine. If add exam compression rules, memorize, measure, metrics, prevent, guardrails, complex flow, step functions, loose async, EventBridge SQS, big system, multiple agents. If the answer lacks measurements constraints, it's incomplete. What AWS is really testing? They're asking, can you run agents safely at scale? Not, can you write clever prompts? If your answer shows evaluation, guardrails, orchestration, separation of concerns, you're answering at AWS Pro level. Real example, agent evaluation, guardrails, and multi-agent orchestration. Example 1, regulated financial agent, step functions, guardrails. Scenario, a bank uses an AI agent to assess loan applications, check eligibility, prepare a recommendation. This is regulated, auditable, and high risk. Multi-agent setup, orchestrator agent, receives application, controls flow, worker agents, risk assessment agent, policy validation agent, recommendation agent. Orchestration choice, AWS step functions. Why? Steps must run in order, each decision must be logged, retries must be controlled, auditors must see exactly what happened. Hash, guardrails applied, risk agent cannot approve loans, recommendation agent cannot modify records, max steps enforced, tool allow list enforced. Evaluation and metrics. Sent to Amazon CloudWatch, loan assessment success, policy violation count, guardrail triggered agent latency mess. Exam takeaway, quote, regulated, ordered plus auditable, step functions, strict guardrails. If the exam mentions finance, audit, explainability, step functions wins. Example 2, customer support swarm, EventBridge SQS. Scenario, a SaaS company uses agents to classify tickets, draft replies, suggest fixes, notify humans if needed. High volume. Loose coupling. Speed matters more than order. Multi-agent setup, classifier agent, drafting agent, knowledge lookup agent, escalation agent. Each can work independently. Orchestration choice, Amazon EventBridge, Amazon SQS. Why? Event-driven fan-out. Agents don't depend on strict order. At least once delivery is fine. Scales massively. Guardrails. Drafting agent cannot send messages. Escalation agent cannot call external APIs. Content safety filters on evaluation and metrics. Claluation and metrics. Tickets auto-resolved. Human escalation rate. Agent failure rate. Exam takeaway. Loose, async, high throughput, EventBridge SQS. If the exam says event-driven, decoupled, fan-out, don't pick step functions. Example 3. Agent evaluation catching a silent failure. Scenario, an agent answers HR questions. Users complain. It answers, but sometimes it's wrong. No crashes, no errors. Bad design, what fails exams. No metrics, no tracing. Answers look fine. Correct AWS design. You add metrics. Agent task success, agent fallback used, incorrect tool selection, and tracing. Which documents were retrieved, which tools were called, which guardrails fired. You discover, agent often skips validation step, jumps straight to answer. Fix, add guardrail, must validate before respond. Add evaluation metric, validation skipped. Exam takeaway. Open quote, evaluation vibes. Metrics reveal silent failures. Close quote, if the question says monitor performance, metrics traces. Example 4, guardrails preventing real damage, action control. Scenario, an operations agent can read system status, restart services, scale infrastructure. Guardrail design, read-only tools allowed by default. Restart scale tools require explicit approval, human in the loop, max actions per session enforced. What happens in practice? Agent detects. Service latency is high. Without guardrails, agent restarts production. With guardrails, agent recommends action, triggers approval workflow, no direct execution. Guardrails are about actions, not just content. If the exam mentions prevent unintended side effects, action guardrails. Step functions versus EventBridge SQS, real decision examples. Pick step functions when approval workflow, must execute in order, exactly once, auditable history, regulated system. Pick EventBridge SQS when fan out, event-driven, independent agents, background processing, high throughput. If the question says both, often orchestrator step functions, workers, EventBridge SQS. That hybrid answer is very exam safe. Static 1, real-world framing. Static, agent roles, guardrails, metrics definitions, orchestration topology. +1, current execution design once, evaluate every run. 1 memory story, lock it in. Theater production, orchestrator, director, workers, actors, step function, script, EventBridge, SQS, backstage radios, guardrails, safety rules, metrics, nightly reviews. A show that looks fine can still be unsafe. Ultra short exam cheat sheet, measure CloudWatch metrics, prevent guardrails, ordered and auditable, step functions, async and scalable, EventBridge SQS. 1 big agent.